Well, I have had the wonderful honor of working on a very old guitar. This one we're estimating to be about 70. The owner says that he purchased this in 1950. Here we are. It might be 71 years old. This thing, finish on this was the guitar was so dry that I have gone over the lacquered finish with linseed oil, which brought just bang. I mean, this thing, it's the gloss finish or the nitrocellulose finish that they shot on this thing back in 1949 or 1950, whatever year. It's checkered to beat the band. I mean, the thing is just cracked and checkered, which is just part of the beauty of an old instrument like this. A good eye view of the neck. You can see the checkering and the headstock, the checkering on the sides of that headstock. What I did on this instrument was replace the saddle. This is Grandpa's saddle that he did for it. He had a block of wood and an old saddle from like a little white thing, and then there was a saw blade for a shim in it. And I'm gonna give him back these parts because his granddad put these in this guitar. He needs that stuff back because he may want to set it up that way. I've put an adjustable bridge. The gentleman says that he likes to fight his guitar, and so we've set the string action a little bit higher, not a little bit, higher than I normally would. I'm not going to share that measurement with you. At the 12th fret. It's a Gibson, so we measured the string action here at the 12th fret. Adjusted the intonation, adjusted the saddles to fit the neck radius, so the strings all curve over the neck as if they were made to do that. Like a Les Paul, or we don't want flat strings. Your strings shouldn't all be flat. They should follow the radius of the neck. So I've got this thing set up, and guitar was designed to be that comping, chunky blues. Thing has a great voice, just a beautiful old instrument. It was really nice to be able to bring this color and finish back to life on this instrument. There are some issues with this guitar that still remain to be solved, but the gentleman that owns this instrument, who, by the way, he also owned a 1949 Fender Broadcaster at one point in his life. I never got to see that guitar. He sold it back to Fender. They bought it back from him and gave him a whole bunch of stuff. Very, very historic guitar. Anyhow, he's got a gig on New Year's Eve or this week, and he wants it for rehearsals. Brought it into me to set it up. Here are the strings that came off of it. He'll get these back also. I have no idea how old these are. They could be 30 years old for all I know, but I'm guessing they're Black Diamond brand. I think they're super heavy. So really cool stuff for me to get to experience on this beautiful guitar. And in adjusting the truss rod, I left him, or the next guitar tech that might get to work on this thing, or the next owner that pulls the truss rod cover off of here will find a little note in there from yours truly, which is really cool. It's a great honor to work on an instrument of this era and this piece of American history that, you know, a lot of folks are trying to demolish or remove the history of our country. Of course, this is not political. This is a guitar. So nonetheless, this is a piece of American history. It does not have the original machine heads on it. Those have been replaced. They probably got worn out. This thing has been played a lot. So there you go. In 1950, Gibson F-hole Archtop guitar. That's the sound that the rabbit makes when he's sliding down the staircase, or the Pink Panther makes when he's sliding down the staircase after he's been wiped out by something. There you go. Hey, peace, y'all.